the defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff looking right. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. The New York Giants offensively, their starters, and one guy out wide to take a look at, Sterling Shepard.
A really mature man in every way coming out of Oklahoma. Personally and professionally, you can play him out wide, play him in the slot. He can return punts for you. He's a dynamic playmaker.
In motion comes the tight end left. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
They'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. 2nd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
To throw again. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there'll be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And here now, New Orleans defensive unit.
Randy Gregory entered the league with people excited about his pass rushing skills. They continue to stay excited about his potential.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. 23 yards on the play. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Let's go!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. So the D-line's going to spread out. Let's go. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. Third and goal. Let's go. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Kyle Brinza now on for the field goal. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Third and short yardage, Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2nd down following the run.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Now out come the Giants. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his third catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. So still in search of the first down after that last completion. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Now a second down throw for Winston. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go now.
2nd down, Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a handoff as they run left side. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they'll go on the ground. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Fourth down, Winston. That's caught. It's Thomas. 26 yards on the play there. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a first and goal.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints are back within a score. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They're going to look to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. And the D looking like they may blitz. Let's go! It's a quarterback sneak. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
Let's go! Ohio! Ohio!
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And some room to roam now. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Coach hinted to us, and we may see some old power football here in this game. We got a taste of it on that first down run.
I love how he hinted it to us, and then when we were watching practice, we were watching what they call inside drill with the offensive and defensive line, and they kept putting more defenders on the other side and saying, block that. I don't care how many guys are in there. I want to run the football this week. And, boy, it has paid off for them in this game.
And they'll run it here. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Come on, let's go! 38!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The way he roared up and made that play, that tells me that he spent a lot of time in the film room analyzing what this offense does, and he saw something that convinced him he didn't have to worry about the pass. He could just go right now and make a play. I think if you're the offensive team, you better file that away a little bit. Maybe think about some play action down the road. You might catch him deep.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they're definitely showing blitz here. And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll look to throw here on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed him. So now he brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Here we go. What?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Brenza's kick is good. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Off the play fake, Winston. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Winston on 3rd and 2. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Fielded at about the 28. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion, 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Come on, let's go. What? Flex round. Flex round. Come on.
He'll look to throw. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. What? 90.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They have what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. Brinza now for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Winston from the gun on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's taken in at the 9. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Giants. 46 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And his throw is incomplete. Third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a three-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
First and goal here from the 9. A give to the fullback on the dive. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche. But did you see the free safety on that play? Knifing through and running down the ball carrier. A huge, huge play. And when you have a free safety who can run like that, you've got to turn him loose.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They come out here in the eye.
Here we go! Ohio!
Third down and goal from the 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. And Brenza's kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Play fake. Winston. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And some room to maneuver. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Play action now. Winston. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Desperation time. Winston on fourth down. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down.
When you have a guy who has mobility, bootlegging him out of the pocket is often a big-time call, especially on a fourth down play. It gives him a run-pass option.
Yeah, but it's also gutsy, right, because you're exposing your quarterback quite a bit.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that one at all, because on the bootleg, you've got to hope that the defensive ends or outside linebackers take the fake. If they don't, they're often right in the face of the guy trying to exit out.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. On third down, Winston. Going right side here, and that's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Ready. Who ready?
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe. Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 20! And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop him here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And he puts it through. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with officially a 103-yard return. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Oh, the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Jameis now on first down. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their big tight end. His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints get a bit closer.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job one. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Give him 30 yards there.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go! What? Ohio!
They come out here in the eye. And now a carry here for their fullback. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough, swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. He's got time. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a walk?
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Well, certainly a tough loss here, but they've got to move on. I mean, you have another opponent next week. You dwell on this one, it hurts you the following week.
That's where the 24-hour rule comes into play. Win or lose for all teams. Either enjoy the win for 24 or reflect on the loss for 24, then put it aside and move forward.
So for the Giants, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.
girl that's disappealing. Get you caught up in the moment, then I'll get you in your feelings. Tell your boys that you gon' meet them later on. Both of us are so taxi, leave the meter on. First time you out in Cali, never tried no this strong, so you gon' have some stories to tell when you take it back home. And tell them one time, Snowy always showed you what it's like. Leave you sleepy like the call the umpire. Get you out and get you rolling, get you gotta go. I got a flight up in the morning on. Someday, someone tell me I'm somewhere doing alright. Somewhere I'll find out someone loves the way that one day I'll be the love of my life, but not tonight though. He tryna catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the though. Shout out to my that can get it independent and ain't looking for no love though. He tryna catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the though. He tryna stunt and give me drinks. I got the bottles in the section and I promise to pay.
Put away your inhibitions, let the beast in you just get loose. We all young, wild and different. We can all get hit from a little. I know you're terrified about what the future lies, but there's no compromising. It's my way or the highway. We all just slave the lust, hard building, breaking trust. Don't get wild when we come out, like don't get loud when the come out. That's instant. Keep up with your friends thing. Tell they bougie, go wait in line with them lame. Talking real rap, tell them break your neck, go and bust a rhyme. Down, pass it around, hey. What with me now, we running well, hey. And nobody can, we on the town, hey. Never come down, I never come down. Lose it. I might lose it. Lose it. I might lose it. Everybody got guilty pleasures. Mine just tend to catch me cases. Handcuffs, police inspections, lawyers, judges, allegations. Turn on your favorite station. You